You're the traveler in Paimon!
Ja,
I've been waiting for you.
Whoa, you know us? Huh, we've really made a name for ourselves. Wait, but did we even tell anyone we were coming to the Collective of Plenty?
Oh, you didn't know? Coach Yan-san said she invited you to our tribe, so I came out here to wait for you while I did some training. And now you're actually here. I can't believe it. This is great.
Surely we're not that big of a deal.
You're the heroes who defeated the Abyss. You're a huge deal to everyone in Natlan. I've heard the story of Tumaini so many times I can practically recite it by heart. I've been so excited to meet you ever since Coach Yan-san told me you might be coming. Oh, my name's Veressa, by the way. Not sure if...
Oh, yeah! The name sounds familiar. During the Abyss invasion, we asked Ian-san if the Collective of Plenty needed any help, but she said that Veressa had it all under control.
also musst du auch beeindruckende Fähigkeiten haben.
Not really. It was all Uncle Akatl. All I did was clear out a few monsters.
Ja, nicht?
Just thinking about the invasion gives me chills even now. But that's in the past. The Collective of Plenty fared pretty well, all things considered. We finished our repairs, so now it's just a matter of helping out the other tribes. Come on, I'll take you to our camp.
Great, let's go!
Ja, gehen wir. Aber halt jetzt ungeplant. Glühende Hitze in Kollektiv der Fülle. Ich schmeiße mich gesehen hier aus Versehen direkt da rein.
Just a heads up. The volcano sometimes sends rocks crashing into this area. We call them pulverite.
You seem like...
Oh, here's one. Want to give it a try?
Not in a million years!
You can use your shoulders if you want. Or your feet. Or even your head.
Ja, ich mache hier Headbang. Bam, 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 bam. Die geben jetzt einen Headbang. Aber wir haben ja hier gleich.
See? There's nothing to it.
Oh, there's treasure inside these rocks! Okay, so maybe a little pain isn't too bad?
Yay. Okay. Aber ich glaube, für die Fähigkeiten... Wo haben wir sie? Da.
Woohoo! This
Ich folge ihr. Vielleicht ein bisschen mehr.
Hey, there's another one over there. Want to give it a try? Ow! Too strong.
War nicht too strong. Die ist halt erst auf Top 10, muss man halt denken. Aber dafür es funktioniert.
Huh? What's this wooden plank doing here?
Oh, it's a piece of training equipment. I use it all the time.
Training equipment?
Wie
Yeah,
funktioniert das?
It's kind of hard to explain. Let me show you instead. Here
Gerne.
goes nothing.
Ich will auch.
And she sticks the landing.
Es gab eine, ich sag mal so eine 7 von 10. Landung ist noch
You
ausbaufähig.
jumped over that huge gap just like that? Incredible!
Oh, no. Anyone can do it with a bit of practice. You made it across without any training at all. That's a lot more incredible than anything I can do.
Oh, well, Paimon can fly, but you've got a point.
Go.
Time to roll.
Okay. Ich brauche also mehr Übung. Vielleicht müssen wir Anlauf.
Hurry up, Brassa.
Okay. Ich glaube, ich mache den Fehler, ich will halt direkt fliegen. Und ich darf nicht fliegen.
Time to roll.
Deswegen alle guten Dinge sind 3. Okay, ich darf wirklich nicht fliegen.
About what you told us earlier, you're saying a gigantic rock could crush us at any moment?
Well, not at any moment. It's a pretty rare phenomenon. Many adventurers come here and never even get to see it, so I wouldn't worry too much.
Yeah, okay. It's not like we're that unlucky.
Gib mal her.
Time to roll.
Unter. Bitte nicht wehtun.
Oh, come on! Seriously?
Don't be scared. Just charge straight at it.
What?
Okay, das ist geil.
Hilly churros?
Einfach
It's
Brustcharge.
too much of a hassle to deal with them. Let's just ram straight
Gib
through.
mir Power.
I think we can call that a success.
Wow. You gave them the same treatment as that giant rock!
Ja.
Hurry up, Brassa.
So. Komm.
Kapow! Kapow! Woo!
So. Ist der Hintern doch gut gepolstert. Offen steht dir die Welt, wenn Edelmut dein Herz erhält. Sehr schön. Wunderbar, die neue Map ist da. Der Vulkan so gesehen. Nebendinge. Hier ist der neue Boss. Müssen wir ja noch ein bisschen abfarmen. Bis ein bisschen. Und das Dorf. Und da natürlich ein Wizard. Wie geht's, wie steht's? Statue anbieten, ja, von mir aus. Wir haben ja 2. Und trotzdem noch ewig und 3 Tage fehlen. Kollektiv der Fülle.
Home, sweet home. We made it! Welcome to the Collective of Plenty.
Deswegen hier auch die Hörner?
Whoa! This place is so cool! That platform shaped like the head of a bull is awesome!
Richtig auf jeden Fall. Vor allem richtig schön im Stein so die Basis.
That's the resonating arena. It's where we hold all our competitions.
Vielen Dank, dass du uns hergebracht hast.
Don't mention it. It was no trouble at all. I wish I could show you around, but I need to get home.
Oh, did you remember something important? You really hit the ground running when we ran into those hilly trails back there.
Hoffentlich haben wir dich nicht aufgehalten.
Oh, no, not at all. We made it in time. There's just something important I have to do. The most important thing after training. The post-workout meal. Otherwise, I'll be a lethargic, dizzy, hunger-addled mess. The perils of an empty stomach. Anyway, I'm sorry, but I gotta get some food in me. Like, yesterday. You should grab something, too. We can meet back up at the arena. See you soon.
Okay, auf zur Arena.
And she's off.
Ciao, ciao.
Wow, talk about whiplash. One second she's chill and laid back, and then the next she's charging head first into danger. Literally.
Höchste Geist der Jugend.
The spirit of youth. Sure, whatever you say, old-timer. Anyway, why don't we take a look around in the meantime? We can head to the arena in a little bit. The view must be amazing from up there.
Glühende Hitze mit Kollektiv der Fülle. Oh, Aussichtspunkt. Gehen wir mal weiter. Mal wieder eine Quest. Wir sehen Nebenquest hier. Genauso wie, dass wir hier haben wir noch eine Quest offen. Das sind alles Nebenquests, deswegen die lassen wir erstmal stehen. Wir machen erstmal die wichtigen Sachen und dann kommen wir Stück für Stück. Ich muss die Flügel auch noch wechseln, fällt mir gerade so auf. Der Windleiter. Was passt denn zu ihr am besten? Sagt der hier. Ich soll da irgendwie oben hin. Vor allem neue Bücher. Maschine bedienen. Safte Fülle. Rezept Safte Fülle. Okay, ich kann mir das Ding immer wieder bedienen. Ich kriege aber nur einmal das Rezept. Kürbisse. Oh, jeder was. Uns fehlt der Ring dazu. Bedeutet, auch in diesem Gebiet können wir da gut, aber wenigstens ist das nicht so versteckt wie das andere. Händler für Gesundheitsgetränke. Wollen wir mal koste von meiner eigenen kreierten Gesundheitstrank. Ich garantiere dir, nach einer Flasche willst du gleich noch eine. Du wirst vor Kraft kaum noch stehen können und zwei Gegner hintereinander bezwingen, ohne müde zu werden. Was verkaufst du denn da? Ja, natürlich handelt es sich um ein gesundheitsförderndes Getränk. Du siehst zwar schon sehr gesund und strahlend aus, aber ein bisschen mehr Strahlen schadet ja nie, oder? Unser Getränk ist ein gewöhnlicher Saft, sondern die Kombination einer antiken Rezeptur mit zeitgemäßer Innovation. Echt und authentisch, ohne jegliche irreführende Werbung. Von den Zutaten über die Verarbeitung bis zur Flasche ist größte Sorgfalt garantiert. Mit meinem Gesundheitstrank garantiere ich dir, du wirst schneller laufen als ein Schatzmarder, höher springen als ein Waldschwein und dein Training wird noch effektiver. Na, wie wär's? Probier doch eine Flasche. Ähm. Können Waldschweine springen? Haha, dann mal, dann eben höher springen als ein Krokosaurier. Ach nein, die können ja auch nicht springen. Oder dann eben höher als ein Eichhörnchen. Wow. Das ist wahre Qualität, die für sich spricht. Probier es aus, du wirst merken, keine Werbung der Welt kommt an die wahre Wirkung heran. Hm. Okay. Die neuen Genshin-Getränke. Jetzt live. Yay. Stufe 0. Muss mich schämen. Chronik. Ungestörtes Erlebnis. Leute, ich muss hier mal durch. Mann, oh Mann. Aber.
Oh, you're here already!
Yep, my dad whipped up something fantastic as always. He's a great cook. He can.
No wonder you look so refreshed. That's the power of a good meal!
That's right. I was hoping to bring Uncle Coddle with me, but he wasn't home. So I guess you're stuck with me. Uncle Coddle is our chief, by the way. Who better than the chief to introduce you to the tribe, right? I've never given an official tour before, so I'm thinking I'll just explain things as we go along. Is that okay?
Ja, schon, dass das okay ist.
Of course! That sounds great!
Oh. Oh, noch ein Abschluss da.
Yep, my.
No wonder you look so refreshed. That's the power of a good meal.
That's right. Uncle Coddle is our chief, by the way. Who better than the chief to introduce you to the tribe, right? I've never given an official tour before, so I'm thinking I'll just explain things as we go along.
Of course, that sounds great.
Na, immer noch eine Führung nehme ich mit.
Okay. Whew. Then let's start in that direction.
Warum nicht? Eine kleine Pause auf der Obstplantage. Ich muss die mir jetzt gönnen. Ja. Sag mir nicht, ich muss ja jetzt doch hier wieder. Die ist ja Obstplantage. Ich hätte so oder so runtergemusst. Ach, Scheiße.
My place is over there. See that fruit stand out front? My house is right behind it.
You have a fruit stand in front of your house? Does that mean you grow the fruit yourselves?
You guessed it. My family runs a huge orchard. We live really close to the main entrance of the tribe. So every morning, I wake up to the sound of all the people and carts on the road. That's also when my parents start work. So that's how I know it's time to get up.
And then you all work in the orchard together.
Well, knowing it's time to get up and actually doing it are two separate things. Most of the time, I end up curling under the covers and falling back asleep. There! See that fruit stand out front? My house is right behind it.
Leichte Probleme. Leichte Probleme heute.
You have a fruit stand in front of your house? Does that mean you grow the fruit yourselves?
You guessed it. My family runs a huge orchard. We live really close to the main entrance of the tribe. So every morning, I wake up to the sound of all the people and carts on the road. That's also when my parents start work. So that's how I know it's time to get up.
And then you all work in the orchard together.
Well, knowing it's time to get up and actually doing it are two separate things. Most of the time, I end up curling under the covers and falling back asleep.
Oh, Paimon gets you. Sleeping in is the best kind of sleep. Plus, when you have the traveler to wake you up, it's no big deal.
Nächstes Mal schlafe ich aus und du kannst.
No, that was just a joke. Don't scare Paimon like that, traveler.
Well, maybe you can both sleep in sometime. Once I get up, I usually help my parents around the house, head out for training, then come home for lunch. After lunch is when my parents do their delivery runs. So then it's my turn to work in the orchard.
Ungefähr jetzt sollte das sein, oder?
Oh, Paimon would love to see the orchard. Can you show us?
Sure thing! We'll go right after this. But first, come with me. Oh, Kochi-san, are you here to do some training?
Nope, Just doing some maintenance on the equipment here while I have some time. Oh, it's you two! Welcome to the Collective of Plenty. Look, I bought this at the stadium the other day. Wait, we've seen that graffiti design before. It's not easy to get your hands on one of these. I had to wait in a super long line.
Ooh, I bought a top with that design too. I hung it up right next to my bed.
Ja, genau das bin ich.
Ooh, you should sign it for me sometime. It would mean the world to me.
Oh, I meant to ask, what brings you out here anyway? We're just doing some adventuring. We don't have any concrete plans.
Noch nicht.
We ran into Veressa on the road, and she was nice enough to lead us the rest of the way. She's even giving us a tour.
It's my pleasure.
Still keeping up with your training, Veressa? No slacking, I hope.
Yes, Coach. Did 3 full shuttle runs, just as you instructed, Coach.
Good. Then we'll continue with the training plan. As for your diet, actually, no dieting for now. As you are. Feel free to use any of the equipment around here. But if you're planning to do strength training, make sure you have a spotter.
Of course. Don't need to tell me twice, Coach.
Wait, but isn't a special diet a huge part of bodybuilding? Veressa doesn't need one? Oh, it's kind of a long story. I suppose you could say Veressa is among the select few who have a natural gift. When she first started training with me, I started her on a standard training regimen and wrote out a simple recipe plan to give to her father.
But it left me so hungry. I couldn't even muster up the energy to make it to class.
Yeah, that was my fault. It was just your average nutrition plan, but Veressa's metabolism is something else. Once I studied her eating habits, I was able to tailor it to her needs.
Yeah, Coach is really thoughtful that way. Now I feel like I'm making real progress. And the training and classes are a lot more fun.
Veressa is currently my top student. She can lift even more than me. Wait, but you're the coach and the victor of the pilgrimage. Don't sound so surprised. This kind of thing is really common in the fitness world. Everyone starts from a different baseline. Wow, that's amazing! Paimon would have never guessed. I'm not exaggerating either. Veressa is extremely strong. All she needs is a bit more confidence.
Oh, well, it's just because Coach is a great teacher. It didn't take much effort at all. Oh, believe me, I'm not. I mean, sure, I can face a few monsters and lift some heavy training equipment. But I'm useless when it comes to fighting other people. I'm scared I'll hurt some.
Oh, that makes sense. But what about the pilgrimage?
I've never placed or even made it out of the team stage. I'm not good at fighting actual people.
When it comes to power, it's all about control. Take these weights, for example. It takes strength to lift them, yes, but also to control the weight when you set them down. True mastery means control during both motions.
I know that, and I can do it just fine during training. But whenever I have to face a real person, I start to doubt myself.
Oh. Das ist schon in
Thanks.
Ordnung.
I appreciate the support. As long as I keep training, I'm sure I'll get it eventually. Well, we should get going, Coach. I told the Traveler and Paimon I would show them around the orchard.
Okay.
Sounds good. I hope you enjoy your time here.
Ja, Spaß werden wir definitiv.
Vanana. Thanks for guarding the house. Now, let me take a good look at you. Did you have another growth spurt? Hey, I was just taking a look, not inviting you to wrestle. Next time, okay? Oh, this is Vanana. She keeps watch over the orchard when no one's here. She's a tough little thing, but also a clingy baby at heart.
Did you say little? She certainly doesn't look it.
Ein bisschen.
Anyway, this is my family's orchard. Come on, I'll show you around.
Whoa! It's even bigger than Paimon imagined! Look at all the fruit! It looks delicious.
This is the Collective of Plenty, after all. Being so close to the volcano makes the soil extra fertile. So everything that grows around here is amazing. Especially the fruit. We sell a lot to the other tribes, give some to family and friends, and keep the rest for ourselves.
Well, if you have to live next to a volcano, at least you get something good out of it.
That's right. But since we're here, why don't we pick some and have ourselves a little snack?
Wait, but didn't you just eat?
Yeah, but there's always room for dessert. Plus, we don't have to pick that many. A few dozen should do it.
Ein paar Dutzend.
You know that fruit stand in front of my house? Well, as a kid, whenever my dad was working at the stand, I would tug on his shirt and ask for a piece of fruit.
Ein Dutzend.
I would scarf it down in a heartbeat and then ask for another. Before long, people would gather around just to watch. My dad told me I made the fruit look so delicious, more and more people started coming to our stand, which, of course, made me want to eat even more. The customers would ruffle my hair and say, "It's good to have a healthy appetite. You'll grow up big and strong for sure." I mean, what kid doesn't like a compliment? So I would smile, which would get my dad to smile. And then my mom, too.
Aw, that's so cute! Plus, free fruit whenever you want. Jealous!
With all that said, it also helped that our fruit actually tastes really good. And I'm not just saying that. You'll see what I mean in a minute. Oh, and there's an epic feast showdown in a few days, so we're providing a bunch of the fruit for the desserts.
Epic Feast Showdown?
Oh, sorry. It's basically a speed eating contest. We need to prepare a ton of ingredients. So don't worry about anything going to waste. Okay, let's get picking.
Alright! Where should we start? Why is there a mushroom over there?
Oh, that kind of mushroom. They kind of appeared out of nowhere when we first planted the orchard. They grow really fast and don't require any water or fertilizer. Oh, and the flavor is amazing. You can grill them, stir-fry them, or even eat them raw. The flavor has almost a fruity taste to it.
A mushroom that tastes like a fruit? That's a new one.
Vielleicht hatte er die Nährstoffe der Obstplantage in der Umgebung aufgenommen.
Yeah, that could be. Anyway, as far as I'm concerned, if it tastes like a fruit, then it fits right in. Who cares where it came from? Go ahead, pick as much as you want. Might as well get some mushrooms too, and I'll whip up something to eat.
dass gerade alles nicht unter einem guten Stern steht und ich Probleme habe, um einfach weiter hier zu kommen. Wohl.
Good girl, Vanana. Thanks for guarding the house. Now, let me take a good look at you. Hey, I was just taking a look, not inviting you to wrestle. Next time, okay? Oh, this is Vanana. She keeps watch over the orchard when no one's here. She's a tough little thing, but also...
Did you say little? She certainly doesn't look it.
Anyway, this is my family's orchard. Come on, I'll show you around.
Ja, zeig uns alles.
Whoa! It's even bigger than Paimon imagined! Look at all the fruit! It looks delicious.
This is the Collective of Plenty, after all. Being so close to the volcano makes the soil extra fertile. So everything that grows around here is amazing, especially the fruit. We sell a lot to the other tribes, give some to family and friends, and keep the rest for ourselves.
Well, if you have to live next to a volcano, at least you get something good out of it.
That's right. Well, since we're here, why don't we pick some and have ourselves a little
Wait, but didn't you just eat?
Yeah, but there's always room for dessert. Plus, we don't have to pick that many. A few dozen should do it. You know that fruit stand in front of my house? Well, as a kid, whenever my dad was working at the stand, I would tug on his shirt and ask for a piece of fruit. I would scarf it down in a heartbeat and then ask for another. Before long, people would gather around just to watch. My dad told me I made the fruit look so delicious, more and more people started coming to our stand, which, of course, made me want to eat even more. The customers would ruffle my hair and say, "It's good to have a healthy appetite. You'll grow up big and strong for sure."
So süß.
I mean, what kid doesn't like a compliment? So I would smile, which would get my dad to smile. And then,
Aw, that's so cute! Plus, free fruit whenever you want. Yep.
with all that said, it also helped that our fruit actually tastes really good. And I'm not just saying that. You'll see what I mean in a minute. Oh, and there's an epic feast showdown in a few days, so we're providing a bunch of the fruit for the desserts.
Epic feast show?
Oh, sorry. It's basically a speed eating contest. We need to prepare a ton of ingredients. So don't worry about anything going to waste. Okay, let's get picking.
Alright. Where should we start? Why is there a mushroom over there?
Die gute
That
alte
kind of
Pilz.
mushroom. They kind of appeared out of nowhere when we first planted the orchard. They grow really fast and don't require any water or fertilizer. Oh, and the flavor is amazing. You can grill them, stir fry them, or even eat them raw. The flavor has almost a fruity taste to it.
A mushroom that tastes like a fruit? That's a new one.
Vielleicht hat er die Nährstoffe der Obstbäume in der Umgebung aufgenommen.
Yeah, that could be. Anyway, as far as I'm concerned, if it tastes like a fruit, then it fits right in. Who cares where it came from? Go ahead, pick as much as you want. Might as well get some mushrooms too, and I'll whip up something to eat.
Wir dürfen Pilze und sowas sammeln. Yay.
I'll grab some of this, and a few of these.
Ach, Pilz. Die Pilze sind übrig geblieben. Wächst ja alles nach. Wenn wir schon uns bedienen dürfen, lassen wir uns ja nicht lumpen und nehmen alles. Das ist der gefallen.
Time to go.
Oh,
Whoa, that's quite the haul.
Well, you need a bunch of ingredients for the eating competition, right? Thought we'd give you some help. Oh, and you were right about the fruit. Paimon tried one, and it was one of the sweetest, juiciest pieces of fruit Paimon has ever had. Also, Paimon tried one of the mushrooms, too. In a weird way, it really did taste like a fruit. We should call them berry shrooms.
wenn es ums Essen geht, liegt Paimon nie daneben.
Well, Paimon had multiple nations worth of good food to refine her palate. Her taste buds never lie.
Well, thanks to your help, we can call it early today. Oh, I promised you a meal, didn't I?
Wir warten doch immer.
I'm not the greatest cook, so it's nothing special. Still, high-quality ingredients are hard to mess up.
Don't sell yourself short. It looks great. Paimon can smell the umami from here. Whoa! This is completely different from the raw taste.
Ja, jeder hat seine ganz eigene Note.
I'm glad. This kind of mushroom is a favorite in the tribe, but it's not well known outside the Collective of Plenty. Actually, we're hoping to use the upcoming competition to introduce it to a wider audience. Uncle Atoli has been coming up with new recipes like there's no tomorrow. Hey, you two should sign up. Only if you want to, of course.
Was denkst du, Paimon?
Oh, you mean the Epic Feast Showdown? Yeah, Paimon would love to sign up. She might not do very well, though.
Don't worry. You can tap out at any time. Nothing goes to waste. I'll take care of anything you can't finish.
Oh, good. Wait, aren't you competing too? Oh, then Paimon doesn't stand a chance.
You never know until you try. Oh, besides, from what I just saw, it looks like you can hold your own.
Hat sie ja recht.
Well, anyway, winning isn't the point. Just think of it as an opportunity to try our local delicacies.
Oh, good point.
Dann würde ich mich wohl anschließen.
Nice! Then let's sign up together. Time for Paimon to show these people what she's made of.
Eine kleine Pause auf der Obstplantage. Yay! Ein Rezept haben wir auch direkt noch bekommen. Ja. Ist schon wieder alles da.
Time to go. Time to go.
Dass wir hier doppelt sammeln können, habe ich noch nicht erwartet. Aber umso schöner. Obwohl hier ein paar Sachen nicht doppelt. Oh, komm mit.
Time to go.
Also dürfen wir jetzt wieder hier zurückgehen. Zurück ist halt die schnellste Art und Weise das. Konfrucht, Knusperstange. Ein Rezept. Ich habe jetzt irgendwie komplett mit einem Rezept gerechnet. Was haben das hier jetzt zwei Quests sind?
Oh, hey, you're here.
It's been a while. When Varessa told me you signed up for the Epic Feast Showdown, I could barely believe it. Sounds like Varessa might finally be in for a challenge this year.
Honestly, I'm not even that good.
What's wrong? Sounds like you're still half asleep.
Just, hungry. It's competition day, so gotta show up with an empty stomach.
Not much longer, Varessa. Atoli's firing up the ovens as we speak.
Got it. I can wait.
Oh, about the competition. Usually you have to pay for the food if you don't finish. But when I heard you two were coming, I talked to Atoli and we agreed to waive your expenses.
Sehr schön.
Really? So we get to eat for free? Awesome! Now we can just take it easy and box up whatever we don't finish!
Danke, wir wissen deine Gastfreundschaft zu schätzen.
Please, it's our pleasure. You've done so much for Natlan. Just think of it as a small token of gratitude. When the Abyss invaded, we weren't hit with large waves of monsters, but the volcano became unusually active. As the Guardians of Tolan, we couldn't stand by and do nothing, so we immediately dispatched a team to the summit. Varessa was a key member of that team. Varessa?
Huh? Oh, right. Yes, I was there. I brought so many Saurus crackers with me that day. Sorry, not the point. There were abyss tumors all around the summit, agitating the magma and spawning all kinds of monsters. But once the Pyro Archon did her thing, we were able to smash them to smithereens.
Looking back on it, the goal was probably to hold us up so we couldn't send reinforcements to the areas around the stadium.
Good point! Your tribe must be full of great warriors with all the training you do. The Abyss really is a cunning enemy. Oh, and you mentioned something about the Guardians of Tolan?
That is a duty our people have held for generations. The volcano is very important to us. It brings disaster, but also opportunity. Our people rose to the challenge of living in this environment, and in return, we get fertile soil and a thriving ecosystem.
That's right. The Natlanese are never ones to shy away from a challenge. Although, whenever we spot unusual volcanic activity, we always report it to the stadium.
Oh, so there's a lot more to this place than good food, huh? Hold on. Where did Varessa go? Wasn't she just here?
Oh, I just saw her leave. I thought someone must have called for her.
My guess is that she followed the scent of the food straight to the kitchen.
Let's go check on her. Paimon understands the torture of an empty stomach better than anyone.
I'll lead the way.
Yay. Ein Feld voller Pilze. Wo gibt's Essen?
Oh, that smell. So delicious. Juicy mushrooms, melted cheese, mouth-watering steak.
Hier tropft der Zahn.
Ah, look who it is.
I thought I felt an intense energy around here. I know better than to get between you and your next meal. The food just needs a few more minutes. Here, this should tide you over in the meantime.
Wait, is this priest meat stew? Thank you, Uncle Atoli!
Veressa! You really did head straight for the kitchen. What's up? You seemed lost in your own world just now.
Oh, it's you. Sorry. I completely spaced out just now. The next thing I knew, I was all the way over here with a bowl of stew in my hands.
Don't worry about it. I think we can all guess what happened.
Oh ja.
Longer than usual, so I had to push back the competition. Sorry for making you wait, Veressa, especially on an empty stomach.
No worries, Uncle Atoli. Your delicious soup fixed me right up.
Oh, that sounds more like the Veressa we know.
I become completely useless when I'm hungry. I really wanted to focus on the conversation back there, but
That's perfectly normal. It takes a lot of energy to train the way you do, so you need more food to make up for it. You two know what I mean, right? Try to do too much on an empty stomach, and you end up feeling weak and lightheaded.
Oh boy, Paimon's been there before.
so when is the competition supposed to start? Not sure I can wait much longer.
1 sec. I'll go check.
We're all set. Time to gather the contestants, Coddle. The showdown is about to begin.
Got it! Let's head to the venue. The food will be brought out shortly.
Finally! Oh, I'm so ready to dig in.
Ey, Zeit. Starten wir den Wettkampf.
It smells so good. Veressa had the right idea. It's definitely worth the wait.
Genau, sieht lecker aus.
Yeah, we could maybe finish one portion between the two of us. And even that's a stretch. But one portion each?
Time to dig in. Thanks for the food, Uncle Atoli.
Whoa! Hold on. Veressa's plate looks completely different than ours.
I forgot to mention, the competition actually has 2 levels. The regular challenge and the Veressa challenge. The Veressa challenge is only for people who have completed the regular challenge in the past. It's named after Veressa because, well, so far, she's the only one who's been able to finish it.
You're kidding. You had to invent a whole new challenge just for her?
Believe me, if Veressa competed in the same class as everyone else, the winner would be decided before the competition even started. What's the fun in that? Only one other person has come close to beating the Veressa challenge. And that would be the Pyro Archon herself.
Und du sagst, Movika hat das schon mal geschafft.
Of course.
Ja,
She breezed through the normal level, but the Veressa challenge was still too much, even for her.
oh Gott.
Back then, it was all part of an investigation. You see, the Pyro Archon covers all expenses at the Weary Inn the night before the pilgrimage. And each time, Veressa's tab would show several dozen people's worth of food for a single person. The speaker's chamber thought something had to be wrong. Maybe there was a mistake in the accounts, or someone was trying to defraud the Archon. But once the Archon finally saw Veressa's appetite in action, that was that.
Whoa. Okay, so you're saying Malika had these portions and she just breezed through?
Lass uns freundlich anfangen.
You're right. Let's go. Paimon's gonna defend her honor with everything she's got. Whoa. Tender, juicy, grilled to perfection. Oh, you gotta try this one too, Traveler. It's amazing. Oh, and this. And this one is. All this time, and it doesn't look like we've made any progress. Oh, Paimon's ready to throw in the towel.
Was ist aus der Verteidigung deiner Ehre geworden?
Okay, Paimon's tried as hard as she could, but this enemy is too strong. You know what? There really should be a Paimon challenge. Paimon's smaller than the rest of you. It's no fair for her portion to be the same.
Let's hear it for Veressa, who has once again completed the challenge. And with a 10% increase in portion size, it's a new personal best.
Well done, Veressa.
Amazing job!
Oh, it's nothing. Uncle Atoli's food is just too good. I couldn't stop myself.
You actually finished it? Jeez.
Huh? Why wouldn't I be?
Also dafür, dass sie so viel isst, sieht sie halt echt noch gut aus.
You don't feel bloated? Or like you're gonna throw up?
Oh, nope. I feel good, actually. Satisfied, you know?
Ein wahrer Meister.
Thanks. This is my specialty, after all. Not that it's good for anything outside these competitions. If I'm honest, I'd rather be like you or Kochi-an-san. A hero brave enough to stand against the abyss.
Don't worry, Veressa. For someone as talented as you, it's only a matter of time before you shine in the arena.
Ian-san, did you beat the challenge too?
Of course. The regular challenge is easy for me. I've attempted the Veressa challenge a few times too, but never even came close.
Das ist doch noch sehr beachtlich.
Okay, there has to be more to this than just appetite. Is there some kind of trick? By the end, it was like the meat turned into one big greasy blob, and it was so hard to keep going.
Oh, that's when you balance it out with some mushrooms. The ones from my orchard. Well, that's what I did anyway. As soon as the food came out, I set a few mushrooms to the side so they wouldn't soak up too much oil. Or get too mushy. That way, you have something fresh and fruity to balance it out.
Oh, so that's the secret. Use the mushrooms to cut through the heaviness.
That's right. You tried them yourselves, remember? If it tastes like a fruit, might as well use it like one. I think more people from outside the tribe would beat the challenge if they knew about that mushroom.
Ian-san, some of the contestants are looking for you. Something about being ready to train?
They want to exercise. After all that food? Sorry, everyone. I should intervene.
Yeah, go tell them to take it easy.
Well, how did everyone do, Uncle Atoli?
Almost half finished the regular challenge. I believe that's a record. Either the contestants are getting more experienced, or my cooking was extra good this time.
Everything was delicious.
Thank you. When cooked at high heat, that mushroom has a special fragrance that really brings out the flavor of the other ingredients. Oh, and since you're new here, I should mention something else about that mushroom. It's an excellent addition to any dish, but there are actually two varieties. Red, which is the most common, and green. There's not much to note about the red ones. Sell them, eat them, do whatever you want.
Huh?
That's just what a scholar from Sumeru said when the orchard first opened. No one knows the reason. We just do as we're told. Whenever a green mushroom pops up in the orchard, I pick it and eat it. The flavor is identical to the red ones.
Okay, because that's not weirdly specific at all.
Sag mal, seid ihr nicht neu?
Well, of course. Who wouldn't be intrigued by something like that? But curiosity isn't always a good thing, right? Oh, by the way, Veressa, I'm almost out of red mushrooms. Could you run to the orchard and grab some more for me?
Of course, Uncle Atoli. I'm on it. Want to come with you too?
Ah,
What do you think, Traveler? Paimon wouldn't mind working off some of that food.
ich bin wirklich neugierig wegen dieser Pilze.
Paimon will take that as a yes. All right, let's go. Thanks for the food, Atoli.
Haha, my pleasure. But try to finish it all next time.
Ah,
Hurry up, Brassa! Running late again.
yay, wir sind da.
After that meal, I'm ready to tackle anything. Oh, something on your mind? Is it what Uncle Atoli said about the green mushrooms? Don't worry. He can be a bit... The green mushrooms don't appear that often. Besides, I check the orchard every day, and if I see one, I eat it. If anything, I wish there were more around here. Means more free mushrooms for me.
Wait, is that one right there? Huh. Talk about a coincidence.
Na, der ist ja richtig grün.
See? There's nothing special about it except the color. Give me 1 sec. I'll start a fire and grill it right up.
Paimon's gonna pass on this one. She's way too stuffed from earlier.
Ich frage mich, warum dieser Gelehrte gesagt hat, was er gesagt hat.
You mean why we have to pick and eat the green mushrooms right away? To be honest, I'm curious too. The scholar looked really serious when he said it, but he never. Uncle Atoli has a point though. Curiosity can be a bad thing. If we stop doing what the scholar said, something terrible could happen.
You could look into it at least. That's what an adventurer would do.
Yeah, but my tribe is more important. I love everything about this place. Maintaining the status quo is good enough for me. I know the truth is important too, but I don't have the right to make a decision that could put the people around me in danger. In other words, deep down, I guess I'm just scared. Scared that change could mean losing control.
Diejenigen, die stark genug sind, die Wahrheit aufzudecken.
Command the truth?
Wenn du Angst vor der Wahrheit hast,
Yeah, we don't have to stop following the scholar's orders. We can start by gathering information.
stimmt, dass Neugier nicht immer gut ist.
You have a point. You know, you remind me of another hero from our tribe. Her name was Fiatena. Just like you, she was full of courage and never stopped challenging and exploring the unknown. She's my idol. Actually, could you give me a moment? All I need is 3 seconds. 3, 2, 1. You're right. I can't keep running from the truth. I want to command it, just like you said. So, where should we start with the investigation? You probably have a bunch of experience.
Ich glaube, ich sollte erst mal probieren.
Oh, the green mushroom, you mean? The taste is the same as the red ones.
Well, the traveler is a lot more perceptive than most people. He should at least give it a try.
Oh, I see. Well, then I'll grill some up right away.
Yay, Pilze sind bald fertig.
So, notice anything, traveler?
Nicht wirklich.
Just like Varessa said. Guess it was the same for all of us.
Finally, a worthy devotee after all this time. Fascinating.
Who said that?
No need for alarm. There is only one among you who piqued my interest, and that is the one with golden hair. Seeing as you all appear to be acquainted, I allowed the rest of you to hear my voice as well. Now, I shall grant you all the honor of becoming my first subjects in this era.
Rede doch bitte normal.
Now, You were the ones who wanted to learn more about my origins. I merely granted your wish.
Origins? Wait, you're the green mushroom?
Ah, so you do know how to use your brain, young one. But you'll excuse me if I have no interest in you. Craven and dull-witted as you usually seem.
Hey, watch it, buddy!
Let me remind you, it was your own curiosity that started all of this. I see no reason for me to stand down. I only granted you this audience because I saw potential in you. I am the Sage Lord of Fungi. Serving me is a great honor, as well as a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity.
Sage Lord? Good one. Did you come up with that yourself?
You mock my name? Oh, all you do is make a mockery of your own taste. Of course, the Sage Lord of Fungi is too dignified for petty arguments with lesser organisms.
Sure doesn't sound like it.
Ja, natürlich.
That's enough out of you. What's wrong with you humans? You should be full of reverence at this point. In that case, I don't know what went wrong, but you lack the trust and worship to be my subjects. So we shall have to table that for the time being. However, I am willing to share my sagely knowledge with you. I have all the answers you seek. As with all seekers of said knowledge, all you have to do is prove your sincerity, and we shall see if you're worthy.
Look! More green mushrooms right in front of us!
These clones are my most loyal subjects, as well as the keepers of my secrets. If you want answers, then gather your wits and search for clues. I shall await your summons. It might be advisable to brush up on your devotion in the meantime.
The voice is gone. Finally, Paimon had enough of that racket. Talking in our heads without permission, spewing a bunch of nonsense. Even a How is better than him.
Bestimmt.
So, do you think what he said was true? About being the Sage Lord of Fungi?
Maybe, but most of it sounded like hot air to Paimon.
Auf jeden Fall hat er zumindest seine Existenz bewiesen.
True. That conversation in our heads definitely...
And it proves these mushrooms aren't regular mushrooms at all. Something fishy is going on.
Das heißt, wir haben die richtige Entscheidung getroffen, der Sache
I
nachzugehen.
guess this is the beginning of our hero's journey then. So let's make like heroes and get to the bottom of this. Okay. That sounded a lot cooler in my head.
Well, we have one thing going for us. We've faced mushrooms before, and they're pretty...
Such insolence!
Did you hear that? Sounds like someone's...
You're spying on us?
No response. Guess he's not gonna admit it.
Well, he said his subjects hold the clues to his secrets. Who knows if he was telling the truth? But we can't just ignore the green mushrooms, so let's start investigating.
Yay. Wir gehen Pilze auf die
Okay, so
Spur.
this one is red. Ah! Fungus! It turned into a fungus! In that land of all places!
So this is one of his subjects? Well, it's kind of cute.
Bull warrior compliment! Much appreciate! No! Bull warrior natural enemy! Eat! Must resist!
Careful, Veressa! This is a kind of monster from Sumeru. Even though it looks cute, it can still attack you!
A monster? Aw, that's too bad. I was hoping we could be friends.
Nutze deine Weisheit, um die Hinweise zu sammeln.
Mercy! Mercy! Food is sacred! Everything else, waste! That's all I know. Promise!
It turned back into a normal mushroom. What's going on?
Ich glaube, er hat alles gesagt, was er weiß.
You mean that food is sacred?
Well, that's a whole bunch of nothing. Let's go look somewhere else.
Überhaupt nicht merkwürdig.
Oh, a green mushroom. And it turned into a fungus. Nice try, but you're not scaring Paimon with that one twice. Okay, let's go on the initiative. Hey, you! What's the whole food is sacred thing about?
As our Sage Lord stated, you must demonstrate your wits to receive the answers you seek. That means I should be the one asking the questions.
Okay, so it turns out this one can talk. Fine. What do we have to do? Solve a riddle or something?
Riddle? Oh, I'm not good at that. Could you...
That sounds like a problem for your friends. Besides, did I say this was up for negotiation?
Ich bin eine Art Rätselmeister.
Enough chatter. Time for my question. Why are all the mushrooms in this orchard willing to become the subjects of the Sage Lord?
Man, how are we supposed to know?
Because you're his clones, right? I remember him saying something like that.
Alas, no wits in sight. The answer could never be that simple.
Weil sich alle anderen längst verpilzt haben.
What? How did you get that so fast?
Oh, it's that kind of riddle.
Sumeru mushrooms! Of course! Paimon can't believe she didn't think of this possibility.
Wait, does that mean everyone in Sumeru is into puns? Huh. Is it because the people are so clever?
No, we just, have a lot of experience with these kinds of jokes.
Well, since you have proven your wits, I will now answer your question. The act of eating is not only a physical necessity, but also a sacred ritual. Mushrooms like us are the Sage Lord's intermediaries. Incinerating our flesh forges a spiritual connection between you and the Sage Lord himself.
Oh, so that's why he could speak to us in our heads.
So you're saying if we want to talk to him again, all we have to do is eat more mushrooms? No, wait, don't turn back into a regular mushroom! Oh, too late. And all we have is another cryptic message.
Well, if eating is a sacred ritual, maybe we need to perform some kind of ceremony with special tools or something.
Oh, good thinking, Veressa! Let's try and ask the other mushrooms! Oh, but we should probably pick this one first since it's a green mushroom.
Yay, Pilze. Aber irgendwie... An. Okay, das klappt so nicht, wie ich gehofft habe.
One with nature. The wind knows me.
Ich hätte jetzt gedacht... Ja, da oben. Hab ich mich gesehen gehabt. Ein paar Sachen muss man dann halt doch vielleicht mal einsammeln.
Hey, there are two fungi over there! Looks like they're discussing something.
Have you figured out how you're...
Of course! Any random question should do the trick. They don't look very smart to me.
Wow, cool! You green caps are so wise. Just like our Siege Lord. Huh, I'm so jealous.
It's all progressing as expected.
Oh, please tell us how to conduct the ceremony. And I shall respond
nothing in life comes for free. You have two choices. Answer a question about the stars and moon above, or the dark abyss below.
Ew! And they'll say, no, I'm stumped. I can't think anymore, or my cap will explode into spores.
They're humans, idiot. They don't have caps or spores.
All right. Duh.
And then I'll say, ha, you can't even answer the most basic of basic questions? Come back after you've studied for a few more decades.
Ha! Yeah! A few more decades. Huh.
Of course, they're so dense, it might actually take them that long to realize that. If eating is a ritual, then obviously, the ceremony is the cooking.
I mean, obviously it's the cooking!
Did they just give us the answer?
Who goes there?
And you think we're the dense ones? Look in the mirror, buddy.
A floating pale organism out of nowhere! My cap almost burst into spores!
No, wait, don't disappear! At least explain yourselves first!
Die haben sich wieder in Pilze verwandelt.
We passed the test? Where's the sense of accomplishment? So much for gathering our wits. They didn't have to use their brains at all. Oh well. The important thing is the Sage Lord of Fungi wants us to use cooking to establish a stronger mental connection with him.
That sounds right. Uncle Atoli did say, when you cook this mushroom...
Right! That was the case when you grilled them in the orchard too. Heat really does release their flavor.
Vielleicht finden wir sie richtig kochen.
Okay, let's give it a try.
Bist du bereit, Varese?
Definitely. But we should probably explain the situation to Uncle Akadal and the rest of the tribe first.
Good call. It's best for everyone to be...
Soll das schon passieren, wenn wir ein paar Pilze kochen? Ernsthaft, sind nur ein paar Pilze.
Time to go.
Die haben wir mit der Probe hier direkt durchgeschafft. Jetzt mal.
Okay, so it felt pretty normal in the moment, but hearing it back does sound kind of, ridiculous.
Dieses Schweigen spricht Bände.
So, the mushrooms in the orchard are sentient. What a remarkable discovery!
Yeah, without your investigation, who knows what could have happened?
Thanks for looking into it, and for collecting all this information.
What a relief. I was worried it sounded like I lost my marbles.
It does sound far-fetched. After all, none of us have ever spoken to a mushroom. But we know you're not one to lie, Varesa. Besides, the origin of the green mushrooms has always been a mystery to us. Thanks to you, we now know something sinister could be going on.
Yeah, just let me know if there's anything I can do.
Wow, that didn't take much convincing.
Vielen Dank euch allen.
Oh, wait! you said the mushrooms needed to be cooked at high heat, right? I can do that for you right now. I'll be quick. All right, I'm back. I used cast iron, so it should be hot enough.
Oh, it smells delicious! Suddenly...
Well, here goes nothing.
Noch Hunger.
Wait, that's his voice!
Looks like you stumbled upon the right path. But this temperature does not demonstrate even a fraction of the sincerity I require. Did you really think some common stove could generate enough heat to earn the acknowledgement of the Sage Lord? Humans are such a disappointment. You can solve my riddles when the answers are handed to you on a silver platter. But as soon as there are no more hints, not a shred of intelligence in sight. Do try and use your brain this time.
Sag mir nicht, wir müssen die Pilze in den Vulkan werfen.
How did it go? Did you hear the voice?
Annoying menace of a mushroom! The Sage Lord of Fungi said the heat's still not high enough. Sage Lord of Nitpicking more like!
Dennoch der einzige Weg herauszufinden, was er vorhat.
Not high enough, huh? I guess that means we need a more powerful source of heat. Attention, everyone! We need items that can generate intense heat.
I'll see what I can do.
Leave it to me.
We should take a look too.
Definitely! We're not super familiar with this area, though.
Nothing concrete, but we could check around the volcano. It spews out all kinds of stuff. Maybe there's something we can use.
Awesome! Let's go! Paimon's gonna find something scorching hot and then throw it in that stupid mushroom's face!
Ja.
Did that grow out of the running late again?
Das war einfach mal eine Truhe. Okay, das ist nicht mal ansatzweise in der Nähe. Auf, meine Kleine.
Get back on track. Hurry up, Brassa!
Das macht halt wirklich viel vielleicht mit dem Charakter. Auf jeden Fall Geschwindigkeit her.
Time to roll. Hey, there should be some avatars of lava somewhere along this path. Their cores are really hot. It might be just what we need.
You know, when you think about how everyone jumped to help us like that...
Yeah, but without you, we would have never gotten this far. I mean...
Right. So, even if you wanted to investigate, you had nowhere to start!
Yeah, this opportunity was a long time coming. Plus, the Sage Lord's arrogant attitude definitely triggered my tribe's competitive spirit.
Nun, hier scheinen Wettbewerbe so etwas wie ein gemeinsames Hobby zu sein.
Veressa doesn't seem competitive most of the time, though. Outside of training and fighting monsters, at least.
Yeah, well... I don't really like fighting or competing, to be honest. Still, I've learned a lot from Kojian-san. We get stronger so we can use our strength when it counts. Like during the Abyss invasion. Having the training to master my vision meant that I could do something to stop it. So, no matter how scared I feel, I know I have to be brave. Because people are counting on me.
In deinem Herzen ist eine Quelle der Kraft.
Thanks. It's a work in progress. I can only hope that one day I can be as brave as Lady Fiatena. All right. We should keep looking. Oh, looks like we can make this jump.
Uh-oh! A falling rock!
That avatar of lava pushed it down. Come on, let's charge.
Charge?
Chargen. Charge, baby, charge.
Let's hope you'll put up a good fight.
Wird zu weit gecharged. Wir müssen backchargen.
Hey, there should be some avatars of lava somewhere along this path. Their cores are really hot. It might be just what we need.
You know, when you think about how everyone jumped to help us like that, it seems like your tribe has been suspicious of the green mushrooms for a while.
Yeah, but without you, we would have never gotten this far. I mean, tons of people have tried that mushroom without a weird voice talking in their head.
Right. So, even if you wanted to investigate, you had nowhere to start.
Yeah, this opportunity was a long time coming. Plus, the Sage Lords...
Veressa doesn't seem competitive most of the time, though.
Yeah, well...
Das hatten wir schon.
Still, I've learned a lot from Kojia. We get stronger, so we can... So, no matter how scared I feel... Thanks. All right. Oh, looks like we can make this jump.
Uh-oh! A falling rock!
That avatar of lava pushed it down. Come on, let's charge.
Charge? Hold the line.
Uphill battle.
Kontinent of the Deep.
Ohne die Lavagestalt zu vernichten, habe ich jetzt nicht erwartet.
Done and dusted. This core should be perfect.
Hey.
Oh, let's see. Woo! Hot!
A few more chunks like this, and we should be good. Running late again. Careful! 3 avatars of lava ahead.
Wind strike. There's one with wind
Dann
and
machen wir hier die 3 platt.
Rest and rebuild. Oh no, not good. The volcano is acting up again.
Kann kein Vulkanausbruch jetzt hier verursacht.
What is that? It looks like a giant weasel thief. Is there a great Tolan weasel thief or something?
We call it a furnace shell mountain weasel. It's very aggressive, so be careful. Oof! Heads up! Charge! Headbutt!
What a great haul! A bunch of seeing eyes, and this thing the weasel used to spew out fire!
I think that's its back armor. It shoots out phlogiston, so it can pretty much attack from all directions. My dad told me about them once. Creatures that live in the volcano. I can't believe we actually ran into one. This piece of armor might produce even higher temperatures than the seeing eyes. We'll get those mushrooms super hot this time.
Das hast du. Du hast auch gut gekämpft.
Oh, well, even though I don't like fighting, sometimes you don't have a choice. So, I've tried to figure out a bunch of different ways to get myself in the zone. For example, I've read a lot of stories about heroes, and my favorite hero has always been Fiatenna. The one I meant, Fiatenna's most iconic feature was her mask. So I decided to make one just like hers. So now, whenever I wear the mask, it's like there's a little piece of her with me. If I want to honor her legacy, I have no choice but to be brave. At the same time, though, I guess it's kind of like a crutch.
Oh, you really think so?
Aber es funktioniert doch, oder?
Really? It's just... I feel like I need to take it off one day and face, but the longer I put off taking that step, the more impossible it feels. I don't know if I have it in me.
Ah, du warst doch die beschlossen hat, diesen Fall zu untersuchen.
Yeah, you had the courage to make that decision, and that's what adventuring is all about.
Oh.
Besides, Paimon thinks you're doing a great job.
Thanks for believing in me, you two. And I won't give up. Not until I can face things on my own. After that pep talk, I feel like my appetite is back in full force.
You're hungry already? Paimon hasn't even finished digesting her last meal.
Come on, let's head back to the tribe. We'll earn that mushroom's recognition this time for sure.
Okay. Was schon wieder fertig sind hier.
We're back, and we found a bunch of stuff to use.
Great. We're almost done with the preparations on our side, too.
I've managed to get these iron chunks red hot. We should be good to go.
Yeah, and since we need really high temperatures, I brought the best stove I could find.
And I got a bunch of buckets of lava on standby if we need more fuel.
Gangster würden wir uns für einen Kampf vorbereiten, anstatt nur einige Pilze zu kochen.
Yeah, but the things we brought aren't your typical cooking utensils either.
Well, that mushroom started it, right, everyone? Disrespecting Veressa and our guest of honor.
Yeah, we'll see what sort of excuses it can come up with this time. Thanks for the help, everyone. It really means a lot.
All right, let's see what we have here. Huh? The armor of a furnace shell mountain weasel?
No, it erupted out of nowhere, and then the weasel appeared, and then,
Either way, this is something special. Back when I was training to be a chef, I studied the effect of temperature on different ingredients. This kind of armor produces intense localized heat. It's great for fish because you can get a nice sear on one side without overcooking the other. Anyway, let's get started. The mushrooms are all ready to go.
All right, let's go.
Whoa! The fragrance is so much more intense! And what's with this weird mist? Wait,
I have no idea. We just showed up here. I can't see the others anymore.
Huh? Is something wrong?
That's a cuddle! Chief! We don't know where we are!
What? I know it's hard to see through this mist, but aren't you here at the tribe with the rest of us?
Habt ihr nichts Ungewöhnliches bemerkt?
No. What are you feeling?
Das ist bestimmt wieder so ein Trick von weisen Herren der Pilze, aber anscheinend sind nur wir drei betroffen. Aber warum sollte es ausgerechnet auf uns abgesehen haben?
Because you are the only worthy devotees, of course.
Evil jerk of a mushroom, so this is what you look like!
He does look a bit more evil than the other mushrooms we met.
I am no longer concerned with your insolence. On the contrary, I am satisfied with your performance. So, as promised, you shall have the answers you seek. Of course, I have a goal of my own. Let me reiterate once more. The great sage lord of fungi, that would be me, is extending you the honor of becoming my subjects.
The only way anyone's serving you is on a platter!
Now, don't be hasty. It's inadvisable to speak in absolutes. You refuse only because you have yet to witness my miracles. Cherish this opportunity. It may not come again. As you know, Teyvat is not a peaceful place. The gods wage war against one another. Monsters roam the land. Humans live in squalor. But then, humanity discovered me and learned that I could grant them unlimited power to fell even the most fearsome of enemies.
If we want to become strong, we just have to eat this.
Woohoo! Those monsters are no match for me!
And so, the humans worshipped me as their savior. And in return, I revealed my identity as the Sage Lord of Fungi.
You really expect us to believe that? Besides, as far as enemies go, a few puny fungi aren't that fearsome.
Such arrogance!
You wish!
I mean, those monsters really don't look that scary. Not the kind you'd need a miracle to defeat anyway.
You insignificant mortals boast of strength? Very well. Then prove it!
Na, immer doch. Wir zeigen, was wir können.
One with nature.
Hold the line!
Lay waste to the wicked!
Ist ja jetzt nicht so wild. Aber Pilze.
Well fought! You see? You ate a fair amount of my clones, and now look what you can do. Huh. My eye for subjects is as discerning as ever.
Huh. Weren't we insignificant mortals just a second ago?
I'll admit, you're not entirely useless, but my miracles are even greater than you can imagine.
No, don't just... Another cryptic one-liner and another disappearing act? Well, what should we do? Follow him?
Yeah, let's go. I think he's trying to tell us a story, although I'm not sure if I like the plot.
Yay, das ist eine Truhe.
Time to go.
soon became humanity's faith, and, with my power, created countless clones, with which I could bestow upon them an endless source of sustenance. Food is a scarce resource. A faith that provides for the needs of the flesh is the most. And as my subjects gave themselves in service, either as civilians or warriors, I rewarded them with mushrooms in proportion to their contribution. The most exceptional among them could receive as many as 20 mushrooms a day.
That's it?
Well, what are you insinuating? Are mushrooms not enough?
Well, it's possible people couldn't afford to be picky back then.
Yeah, but now even saurians have more options than that.
Sustenance and strength. Such are the pillars of faith. So what do you think? A pretty enticing offer, wouldn't you agree? Once you become my subjects, all you have to do is build a civilization dedicated to the mushrooms. And then...
Ein ganz schön abgehobener Pilz, würde ich sagen. Warte mal.
What do you mean? What happened next?
Right. If the humans dedicated themselves in service to you, then shouldn't you have your own tribe at this point? Or even your own nation? But I've read a lot of woven scrolls about the heroes of Natlan, and I've never come across anything about some kind of mushroom savior.
Of course not. I was in a different nation at the time. I don't suppose you know their history, too.
Wir waren auch schon in Sumeru.
And we didn't hear anything about a mushroom civilization.
I never said it was Sumeru. I have no idea where that assumption is coming from.
Die Pilzplätzchen stammen doch eindeutig aus Sumeru.
A trivial detail. You know what? You don't deserve to know what happened next.
Da verdienst du auch nicht unseren Glauben.
Yeah, if you want us to respect you, stop being so secretive.
True. If we don't know how the story ends, it doesn't hold much weight now, does it?
All right, fine. Same rules as before. If you want the truth, you'll have to use your wits to earn it. If you fail to prove your worth, good luck getting another detail out of me.
Ja, gut.
He ran off. Come on, after him.
Oh. Uh-huh. Right.
He jumped down from here. So it looks like we just need to...
Warte.
Is something wrong, Traveler?
Irgendwas stimmt mit seinen Motiven nicht.
Off? How?
That's how I feel too. Based on his personality, if he won't tell us how things turned out in the end, it must be because it's not something he can brag about. Besides, how did he even get from Sumeru to Natlan? Seems like he's avoiding that subject too. And through it all, he still hasn't given up on recruiting us, even though he's in for a rude awakening.
Yeah, he seemed pretty annoyed with our questions. Why not just kick us to the curb?
Er scheint unbedingt menschliche Untertanen zu brauchen.
Why?
Komm los, wir folgen ihm.
Alright, sounds like a plan. Let's go!
Catch me if you can.
Das ist kein Problem.
Figure out which way to go, of course.
Absolutely insufferable. Come on, let's find him.
for you. I think we can get these mushrooms to form a path. We just need to wait for the right timing.
War einfach nur vor allem. Oh.
Hurry up, Brassa!
A dead end?
Yep.
Jump up. Let it give us a ride.
Okay.
A dead end?
Jump up. Let it give us a ride. All right, this should be good. Get ready and jump!
Backed into a corner, huh?
We've got you this time.
Ow! Well, that hurt, you know. You humans have such violent tendencies.
How did we lose him?
Not again. Although, I think I pulled something off of him.
A ball of mist. Oh no, it's spreading. Ah! They're gonna eat us!
Das hat die.
Gonna eat us! Eat us!
Es hat was zu essen im Pilz.
Ungrateful humans! At this rate, I won't have any clones left. The more my clones are consumed, the less power I have. Oh, the situation grows dire. Why must the humans eat so much? My power is all but spent, but it was still enough to control a single human at least. Now all of Sumeru knows how scrumptious my mushrooms are, so if I want to grow, I must relocate. And if I want it to happen fast, I need suitable environmental conditions. You! Take me somewhere hot. The hotter the better.
Yes, my lord.
Is this the place, human?
Yes. This is a volcano in a land far to the west. The temperatures here get very high. It should be a most suitable location for your lordship to regain his strength. I shall now find a good place to plant you, my lord, so that your mycelial majesty may take root in this fertile land.
Yes, proceed. Huh? An earthquake?
option.
So that's how it ended. No wonder you tried to hide it from us. It's pretty embarrassing.
I thought he said people formed communities around this mushroom and used it as their main source of food.
Yeah, but it looks like his following got too big and...
He used the mushrooms as his main recruitment tactic. But then the situation got out of control.
Zumindest steht die Anzahl der Pilze in direkter Verhältnis zu seiner Kraft.
Which means the more mushrooms the humans ate, the less powerful he became, right?
Wow. So his following didn't last long.
Nope, which explains why there aren't any records about some kind of mushroom civilization. In the end, he mind-controlled a human to bring him to Natlan and then got buried under a pile of volcanic rocks.
Yeah, for who knows how long. When we were talking to him earlier, he seemed kind of, out of touch, you know?
Well, he has been living under a rock, so that checks out. But clearing out this area for your orchard finally allowed him to start regaining his power.
Yeah, that sounds right. My parents always thought it was so weird that mushrooms kept popping up around the orchard no matter what we did. Now it makes sense. Wait, but if everything we saw is true, that means this mushroom has mind control powers or something? That's a recipe for disaster.
Hold on. Do you remember what he showed us? A group of humans worshipping a giant mushroom. It just doesn't make sense. They must have been mind-controlled. But when he started running out of power, he couldn't keep it up.
Oh, yeah. Maybe that's why he doesn't seem to be able to control us either.
Jetzt verstehe ich.
Oh? Why?
Lass ihn zuerst aufhalten. Wir können unterwegs darüber sprechen.
All right. Then let's find this mushroom.
Oh. Okay.
Oh, the environment changed again. Nothing to phase Paimon at this point.
Let's keep looking. He can't hide forever.
War wohl ein bisschen Voreile.
The wind knows me. The fallen leaves adorn my night.
Rest and rebuild.
Flames, purge!
So you made it this far. Impressive. In that case...
He hid himself in the statue. What should we do? Actually, that checks out. We're just gonna smash it, right? Cool.
Irgendwie fast leid, dass wir das machen.
Into the wind.
Wir machen ja nur einen Pilz fertig. Denk daran, deine Machenschaften beim nächsten Mal besser zu
We
verbergen.
thought you were just a mushroom that happened to taste good. But now we know how dangerous you are, so we have to stop you.
Huh. It would seem you're not completely devoid of intelligence. Fitting for my future subjects. Still, you're overlooking a very important detail. Did you think I was running away because I was scared? Well, this is a world of my creation. My will rules supreme. My schemes have been exposed, you say. No matter. My goal has already been achieved.
What?
Although I prefer to call myself the Sage Lord of Fungi, in the human tongue, I am known by another name. You now behold the god Bifrons, the sole protagonist in this endless carnage!
So, du bist also ein Gott.
Indeed, foolish, shallow, and ungrateful humans! Have you forgotten your savior during this time of war? I am the god who's protecting countless of your kind during this Archon war. You have no food in which to satiate your hunger, no means with which to counter the hordes of monsters. And the gods loom overhead, capable of reducing you to ashes with a simple snap of their fingers. Just one word, and you could have had my protection. But now, that opportunity is lost forever, and you only have your own stupidity and arrogance to blame. No matter, my plan has already succeeded. What you saw when you cooked the mushrooms was not mist, but spores, set to sprout into green mushrooms very soon. And that's where their true power lies. Because, given a bit of time to grow, green mushrooms will multiply exponentially. You see, considering my current level of power, I had no way to create large number of clones. Unless, of course, I had access to a source of extreme heat. And you delivered one to me on a silver platter. That was my plan all along.
So, you kept running away from us because you needed to buy time?
Precisely. Before long, the green mushrooms will multiply at an unstoppable rate, allowing me to return to the peak of my power. Then, I shall reclaim my dignity and status as a god, achieve victory in the Archon War, and take revenge on Sumeru.
You have no concept of time, do you? Newsflash, the Archon War is old news, buddy.
Nonsense! Is that not the source of your suffering? All I hear in this land is war this and war that. If you fear the Archon War, all the more reason to cower behind the protection of a god.
Pretty sure they're talking about the war against the Abyss.
Huh?
The Archon War? I guess I've heard about that once or twice, but only from Outlanders.
Ha! I see what's going on here. You're using lies and trickery to befuddle me. You know, my original plan was to imprison you here until the end of time. But now, I have a better idea. Once nothing is left of this land but an endless field of mushrooms, I'll set you free. You get the honor of witnessing that despair in person. Now, I was going to offer you a glimmer of hope by allowing you to pledge yourselves to me and take on the burden of managing my kingdom. But now, the deal is off.
Du bist dazu ohnehin nicht in der Lage.
What did you say?
Du hast uns nicht auserwählt, weil du eine so hohe Meinung von uns hattest.
The Traveler explained everything. The only reason I could hear you is because I've eaten so many mushrooms over the years.
Yeah, and Paimon ate a whole bunch during the competition. Paimon's small, so it didn't take as many mushrooms for her to be affected.
Damit liegt es an meiner speziellen Veranlagung.
Point being, most people would have to eat a monstrous amount of mushrooms to even hear you over the buzz of a mosquito. So you latched onto us as a group of people who can actually hear your voice. In other words...
Du bist einfach zu schwach.
You said your mushrooms need time to grow. Which means you don't have enough power to keep us here.
I may not have my former strength, But keeping a few humans right where I want them is a small task. Unless you think you can take on a creature as vicious and powerful as the Jade Plume Terra Shroom, because you definitely can't.
Ignorieren ihn. Ja, ignorieren wir ihn vorerst.
Let's get out of here.
Yeah, if he was telling the truth, we need to get back to the tribe as soon as possible.
Oh, no! You must be bluffing! A few measly humans couldn't possibly be that powerful. And what's this about a war against the abyss? Hey, I want answers!
Paimon's not gonna waste one more word on this guy. Let's go!
Für ein.
What should we do?
Worried? Don't be. It's just a few mushrooms. Unholy!
Get ready to feast!
Ja, es ist Zeit zum Schwimmen. Ich kein Hunger. Oder?
More, please. Guess it's time to dig in.
Stop this at once! Huh?
What a great meal. Thanks, everyone.
And with that, we took care of all the green mushrooms. Now, care to tell me what happened earlier? It was lights out for all three of you. Someone planted a god in Varessa's orchard, and she's been eating it ever since.
Yeah, we know not every god that's still around is super strong, but this one reached a whole new low.
Es sollte schwierig sein, dieses Tier noch zu unterbieten.
Also, didn't he have his facts all wrong? He kept going on about some kind of Archon War.
Ah, well, Natlan was never part of the Archon War, so it rarely comes up around these parts.
Whoa, hold on. Are you serious?
Of course. The infighting between the dragons pretty much took over everything. So, there was no room for the gods to join in.
Das ergibt durchaus Sinn.
Yep, that checks out. Living under a rock all those years, Mushroom God wakes up, thinking it's still the Archon War, and tries to use that to convince people to worship him.
Little did he know, our lives are much better now than in the Age of the Dragons.
So what do we do now? It can't be easy to slay a god.
I guess it's back to business as usual. As long as we keep picking the green mushrooms, that god is just a tasty mushroom at the end of the day. Actually, Traveler? Can I...
Sicher.
Alright, here's good. So, it's not anything super important. Your encouragement gave me the courage to investigate the green mushrooms and helped me resolve a threat to my tribe. And Maybe this sounds weird considering everything, but it was a really awesome adventure.
Ich habe die Reise auch sehr genossen. Ich habe etwas Unvergessliches erlebt.
Oh, why's that?
Du hattest die Gelegenheit, als Heldin zu glänzen.
You're right. I never thought my appetite would save the day. It's pretty surreal. But it's like you said. All it takes is a little patience and perseverance, and my time will come. If I start to doubt myself in the future, all I need to do is think of this experience and everything I've learned along the way.
Wie machst du es?
Hey, you two! Akata was saying that since a scholar from Sumeru warned the tribe about the mushrooms, someone there must know about the mushroom god. Should we go check it out? Couldn't hurt to get more information.
Oh, good point. But if we're heading to the academia...
Right, and it's not a quick trip. We have to cross the whole desert.
Vielleicht sollten wir besser bei der Abenteuergilde nachfragen.
Good idea. Let's check it out.
Ein Krieg ohne Rauch und Ruß. Okay. So, jetzt geht hier weiter. Deswegen sollten wir ja so gesehen hier hin und mal schauen, was es von uns will.
Oh, Catherine's back! And isn't that Tainari?
Ja, das Tignari.
Word from the speaker's chamber was that an Omerta scholar happened to be conducting research in the area. So they helped me to get in touch.
Ach, ihr seid es lange nicht gesehen. Recherchiert ihr etwa über diesen weisen Herrn der Pilze?
Yep, you're an expert, so you must know all about him, right?
Ja, in der Lebenskunde gehört sein Fall zum Grundwissen der historischen Ökologie. Okay. Das ist so wichtig. Ich hätte jetzt nicht erwartet, dass er irgendwie doch einen Punkt hat. Seine Macht hängt direkt von der Anzahl seiner Klone ab. Deshalb verfügt er einst über eine äußerst imposante Erscheinung. Doch dann wurde er zusehends kleiner, bis er nicht mal mehr eine physische Gestalt aufrechterhalten konnte. Die Gelehrten waren deshalb außerstande, ihn zu verfolgen und konzentrierten sich auf die Untersuchung der verbleibenden Klone. Wer hätte gedacht, dass sein echter Körper bis nach Natlan gelangte?
Yeah, the mushrooms started popping up in our orchard not too long ago.
Den Berichten zufolge ist die Anzahl seiner Klone jetzt sehr gering. Der besteht kein Anlass zur Sorge. Er eignet sich somit durchaus als hochwertige Nahrungsquelle. Natürlich würde ich es im Interesse der Forschung vorziehen, einige Gelehrte aus der Lebenskunde zu entsenden, um die Situation hin und wieder zu beobachten. Was sagst du dazu? Zuerst werde ich die Himmelerlaubnis bitten, bevor ich einen offiziellen Antrag bei der Kammer des Sprechers
Of
einreiche.
course. You're welcome anytime. That's a huge help, actually. I wanted to ask, though, you said what remains of his clones? Does that mean there are clones outside of Natlan?
Ja, unter der großen Kluft gibt es einen ganz großen.
Samaria?
You know that name?
Yeah, Hyman calls it Sheesh Room. It's absolutely huge! Way more impressive than the puny Sage Lord.
Tamaran entwickelte sich erst durch langwährende Wachstum zu seiner jetzigen Form. Zum Glück ist er kein grüner Pilz und stellt keinerlei Bedrohung dar. Hinzu kommt, dass sein Geist schon sehr lange von dem des Gottes getrennt ist. Also wenn ich raten müsste, würde ich sagen, sie haben keine Verbindung mehr zueinander.
Ooh, I'll come. It'll be nice to interact with a friendly mushroom for once.
Hey, genau, pass auf, Dass du ihn nicht aus Versehen isst, damit wir nicht unseren Pilz von verlieren.
I would never.
Ein Feld voller Pilze. Auftrag abgeschlossen. Ähm. Ja gut. Abgeschlossen, 3 von 3. Ja gut, damit haben wir das halt auch gemacht. Ja, dann sehen wir uns dann so gesehen entweder im Stream wieder oder halt, wenn wieder irgendwie die große Story kommt. Aber aktuell ist das dann halt eigentlich nur noch Erkundung. Ein paar Prozente machen und so und ja. Und auch halt noch ein Vulkan. Ja. Bis zum nächsten Mal.